DSiWare. So basically, my DS broke in 2009, and I pretty much had to get a DSi. But why? Because Shantae, baby! So basically, Nintendo Power started talking about Shantae back in 2005, and never stopped talking about her, nor way forward. At the very least, they recommended Sigma Star Saga as well as other games. So I was on a hunt for OG Shantae, but honestly, nothing. At least until it was announced that the sequel would be on DSiWare. So if I wanted any Shantae, I had to buy a DSi. Like a lot of people complained about DSiWare when, the 3DS was just about to launch. But then again, Nintendo fans will complain about anything. So I bought the DSi, got Shantae, and yay! It was a lot of fun. So yeah, I pretty much had a lot of fun with every aspect of the game. And honestly, I think it was worth it. But what I did not know was that this was not the only DSiWare game I would play. Woo! So here's a video about all the digital DS games out there. Whoop whoop, that's some DSiWare. Whoop whoop, that's some DSiWare. So yeah, let's pretty much begin the video. So WayForward has developed a lot of games on Nintendo consoles. So naturally, they gravitated towards DSiWare because it doesn't cost a lot. So Mighty Flip Champs is a platformer where you can only jump once, but you can change screens. You see the bottom screen? Boom! Now it's a top screen. I think this is a really fun adventure that uses both screens. And let's just say that the character designs are so cute! Look at how cute they are! Also, the thing is that the game could get really hard. Like super hard. So, let's just say that this one takes some patience. So I think Mighty Milky Way is a lot easier.
I don't feel so good. Why are all my limbs slack? Why can't I move my eyes? Oh. Why can't I move my mouth? Is this an internal dialogue? I can't see the end of the horizon. Hatsune Miku! Is that you? Have you found Bite? Come to put me out of my misery?
Yes, the title screen of the game is sung by none other than Hatsune Miku. Mighty Milky Way has a cute protagonist named Luna, goes to space for her quest. What quest? It's for you to find out! Woo! Yes, there is a twist at the end, but I'm not revealing it. As for the gameplay, it's Super Mario Galaxy. You move on from planet to planet in order to get to the goal. Woo! But I think the puzzles here are very well done, and I'm just loving it. Just as much as I love Luna's French voice.
C'est l'heure de mourir! Mon moteur tourne sur la misère! La victoire et la défaite ne se disent 5 points. Et maintenant, la futilité. C'est tout? Et maintenant, la futilité. Mon moteur tourne sur la misère. Ma mort est-elle de toute beauté?
If I had a nickel for every time a Nintendo DS game had French voice acting, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Either way, the music here is handled by the greatest game composer of all time, Jake Kaufman. Nah, just kidding, I like Junji Kuma more. Either way, that's kinda it when it comes to WayForward on DSiWare. Some of these games have been ported, but honestly, Mighty Milky Way needs a remake or something. Either way, remember Fire Emblem? Oh yes, the greatest tactical RPG. Now on DSi, oh wait, it's just Angry Birds. Yeah, it's a game where you are a bird throwing bombs at ghosts. The way the angles are thrown and stuff really reminds me of Angry Birds. This title used to cost $2, so it at least has no microtransactions. Oh, do I still like it? Yes, but from time to time. Do I love it? Well, it's a fun time waster, I'll give you that. Just like Photo Dojo. I got this one when it was free. Because this one was free for a very limited time. You take pictures of your friend and transform them into fighting game characters. Honestly, the only thing holding it back is that there is no story mode, but then again, there is a 100 survival mode. It's just that it's clear that it's a very low budget game. Kinda wished a lot of the moves were more efficient. And the physics, oh god, the physics! Still had a blast with this one, and honestly, Nintendo, bring it back on mobile, now! Also, for some reason, there were apps on DSiWare, such as an Animal Crossing clock, which was quite useful, but there also was 16-shot shooting watch! Basically, in Japan, there was this guy called Master Higgins who was like, ooh, I can shoot 16 times per second! So Hudson saw that and were like, we can profit off of this, and they pretty much made this watch. So basically, it's to practice your button mashing skills, and it's also a watch, so good. I can still read time on the DSi menu screen, so why bother? Because Hudson! Another app that existed for some reason is Flipnote Studio. There was a lot of recycled content from YouTube, as well as loading time problems, as well as a corrupt R system, but you know what, I still love Flipnote. We did not have YouTube on Nintendo DSi. All we had was this, and honestly, that's fine. The limited Flipnote aesthetics are also very limited, but honestly, they're very nice. And because of that, Flipnote users really went out of their way sometimes to create something beautiful. So yeah, Flipnotes are hard, and you can't do anything about it. Another thing about the DSiWare is that despite the system's limitations, there were some GBA ports, such as Fin 6, which is actually a very fun puzzle game, I think. The aesthetics are colorful and the gameplay is just really fun. There are also some fun facts to unlock for some reason. Fun facts such as Fun Facts with Squidward. 99 minutes and 99 seconds is 2 hours, 32 minutes and 30 seconds. But if you don't like Mr. Squidward, I'm going to... You can play Domo-Kun instead. Domo-Kun was a Japanese mascot that, well, existed. So while Nintendo made a collection of Domo-Kun games on GBA, apparently they decided to separate all the games and make it for DS. Woohoo! I basically played Pro Putt Domo, where Domo-Kun is a golfer, I guess, and also Rock'n'Roll Domo, where Domo is just rolling rocker.
On the rolling rocker.
Oh wait, I mean rocking rolling. Either way, this one is really hard and it made me rage. So I don't know if I should recommend it to anyone. It's not like you can play any of these games. Well, legally of course. There also was Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which is a really cool game. But the sequels, where it becomes Lemmings, I'm like, nah. I'm always down with Nintendo doing something different, but this time I was like, yeah, that's too much. I think this is a very well-crafted puzzle game. It's just that no, I do not want to play it. Also, for some reason, there was a port of Rayman on DSiWare, and I mean, it's good, it's fine. It's just a sweet, nice, and cool version of Rayman 1 on a portable console. Speaking of 2D platformers on DSi, there was Pro Jumper, Chimaki's Hot Spring Tour, Guilty Gear Tangent? So yes, we have Guilty Gear on DSiWare. Springtime, save the world, yeah, can they do that before the song seeps? I'm with you, I'm the disaster of passion. Never again. Either way, this is one of the better 16-bit platformers I've played. It's just as really creative level designs, as well as some very interesting gameplay mechanics. I definitely recommend it if you're into hot comfortable to the action. But yeah, honestly, if you want a small 2D platformer with simple mechanics and a low budget, well, you know what to do, download it or something. But honestly, why Guilty Gear? Why not Blaze Blue? Well, actually, there is a Blaze Blue game out there. Not on the 3DS, but on DSiWare. But it is kind of an arena fighter where you go ahead and try to beat the snot out of each other with items, and ooh, it's mindless fun even when the computers are clearly cheating. But honestly, be patient with this one. The controls are stiff, the game itself is confusing, and it's just there. Thanks, Blaze Blue. I mean, I'd rather play Globalus Party. Globalus Party is a minigame collection, actually a very big minigame collection. Well, it uses similar turn-based mechanics for each game, but the thing is that each minigame has that different context for it. Playing soccer, racing, being a sumo, it's all included within the game. There even is a robust single-player mode. And while there might be no online, you can at least use download play in order to play with others who don't even have the game. Recommendation. There's also Aura Rock Climber, which is apparently only used in other people's reviews, so I'd rather not steal their footage. Also, there was this game called From the Abyss, which kind of got a DSiWare sequel, and it's a fun but limited action RPG with very roguelike elements. I kind of was disappointed to discover that it was not a mystery dungeon game, but more of an action-packed dungeon crawler. So you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Go frick yourself. And that brings us to the final game of the day, which nobody will see ever coming. Surprisingly, it is my favorite first-person shooter of all time. Escape. Apparently there was this DS game called X, and so it was a first-person shooter for Game Boy, so you know what? It's just there, it exists. But the sequel on the other end is kind of fascinating. It has these very simplistic, low-poly graphics, but actually very impressive. And while we go from planet to save the world from the protagonist of the first game, you get to meet a lot of NPCs, and it's very interesting lore-wise. Also, the game has some RPG elements for some reason, from quests to upgrades to whatever. It's really interesting, honestly, especially at $10 on the DSiE shop. But this isn't even the best part. You aim and move using the stylus while shooting with every other button. Honestly, due to the unusual controls as well as the RPG elements, I had a lot of fun. It's just that, well, this is a DSiWare game, so you know what, it'll probably be lost to time, unfortunately. And it's a shame too, because honestly, I'd put it next to Doom and Serious Sam as well as other first-person shooters. So yeah, that's the thing. It might be a bummer, but you know what? I'm gonna finish the video here. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and sub, because we always need to ask you for that. Yes, YouTubers!